Hey guys, Jamiy here today on Roblox. We're playing some more Pokemon Brick Bronze. As you can see on screen right now, today we're going to be checking out the Electivire, which also is my new addition to my team. I decided I wanted another electric type because also I've only used I think 3 or 4 other electric type Pokemon on my teams, and which is like Alolan Raichu. Next I guess we'll have a quick look actually, but I'm pretty sure like Alolan Raichu, that's like the only one I can really remember. Zapdos, which is 2. And Manectric, which is 3, so I'm pretty sure those are the only other electric types I've actually used. So what's another electric type, and I thought Electivire would be a good start, I guess. So this is my set that I am running. I'm teaching why I'm running this set. Okay, so then, unfortunately, there's not exactly a lot of stuff that Electivire can do. It is a pretty predictable Pokemon. But you can make it a little bit different. What I mean by that, if you look at the stats, 95 on the special attack, 123 in the physical attack. You could make it a special attacker, could make it a physical attacker, could make it a split attacker. I would decide to go with a physical attacker for mine, because of the current meta game. I decided that a physical attacker would probably be better, because right now I'm not seeing too many Arcanines, really. But if I was seeing a lot of Arcanines, I'd probably go with a special attacker, but right now I kind of like the physical set that I am running. So main reason is that, also, we're not really that good in our physical defense. We just maxed out speed and physical attack with a Jolly nature. Now, also for some people, they might say this is a bad set. You want Adamant over Jolly. I want a Jolly because honestly, the ability is Motor Drive. If you don't know what it does, if this Pokemon gets hit by a electric type attack, my speed gets boosted by +1 stage, which means it gets multiplied by 1.5 times. Which obviously is good, which is why you want an adamant one. But not everyone uses electric type moves. Also right now, the current metagame, highly has people are highly. There's a high chance that people are going to have Mega Manectric or Jolly on their team, which also are Volt Switchers or any little Volt Switcher right now. So also there's a good chance. So I mean, if you want to run an adamant set or a modest set, if you want a special attacker, go for it. But I prefer Jolly just in case, because I mean, if they've already seen it once, and if the team preview isn't on, or team preview is on and they see your Electivire, they know to be wary about electric attacks. So also, it's not going to work a lot against more skilled players, I guess. So that's why I went for a Jolly one, just in case I can't get that speed boost. I am going to be able to at least outspeed some Pokemon that I should outspeed. Because honestly, if I give it a Adamant nature, base 90 Pokemon will be able to outspeed me, and I'm pretty sure base 85, maybe even 80 base speed Pokemon outspeed me if I have Jolly on their cells, but not 100% sure about that. But I want Jolly to make sure that I actually can outspeed the Pokemon that I'm meant to outspeed. Plus, we have Life Orb to make sure that we can hit a little bit harder. Also low, if you are playing doubles and you have Parabolic Charge, I'm pretty sure there's one that hits everyone. But Electivire actually would be really amazing to have an Adamant nature instead, but I went for a Jolly one. So there we go. So then the moveset is Ice Punch, Wild Charge, Earthquake, and the Volt Switch. You could actually swap out Volt Switch for Cross Chop. It is a 100 base power fighting type move with an 80% accuracy and I think 5 PP. It has a high critical hit chance, but I didn't think it was really necessary. Especially for I guess for this team actually I could have really used with a fighting type move, but I said that I didn't really want one. I'd rather just have a Volt Switch, just in case I could just make the prediction that he's going to swap out. I get to Volt Switch out when so I can swap into something more favourable. So that's why I went for a Volt Switch rather than the Cross Chop, but also Cross Chop is a good option as well. So then, also Ice Punch for ground coverage. Our only weakness is ground, so just get to Ice Punch all of them. Wild Charge is our hardest hitting physical electric type move, which is unfortunately doesn't have recall damage plus the Life Orb recall as well. You're going to take a lot of recall because I'm pretty sure it's 1/4 for the Wild Charge and then 1/6 for the Life Orb damage, or 10% for the Life Orb damage, which is quite a lot. And then Earthquake is just to hit a lot of electric types, pretty much, and a lot of anything that's just weak to ground. But the reason why Earthquake is pretty much unnecessary, because we're meant to be using Electivire to come in on those electric type moves, which are most likely going to become from mostly electric type Pokemon right now. Also Rotom Wash, with Volt Switch, Jolton with Thunderbolt and Volt Switch, Mega Manectric with Thunderbolt and Volt Switch as well. Meant to come in on that, and then we have Earthquake to be able to take them down. Otherwise, most likely not going to take them down because because we can't really hit most of them with electric type moves. Like Rotom Wash is a pretty good tank and it has Will-O-Wisp. Want to be careful about that. Although also Warmost is a little bit more difficult because also Ice Punch is resisted, it's immune to Earthquake, so we kind of have to just well charge it and just hope that we are slow enough to take it down, or just Volt Switch back out into something and predict the Will-O-Wisp and then go into my Houndoom, for example, and then I have a Dark Pulse. That would make a lot of sense for my team. But also, it's going to be a little bit more difficult for Rotom Wash. For a Manectric, Flamethrower, it has a chance to burn. It can't Volt Switch anymore, which is good, so also Earthquake just be able to hit it hard, because I'm pretty sure Ice Punch isn't going to do a lot to it. It might do like maybe 50% at max. While Charge and Volt Switch aren't going to really hit it too hard. And then for Jolteon, the same thing. We can't even hit Jolteon with our Electric type moves because it has the Volt Absorb. We might have an Air Balloon, which is the only problem, so that's why we'll have to Ice Punch. But we can tank 2 or 3 hits from a Jolteon Shadow Ball, which is very, very nice. Which, also for the end of the video, I'll show you some damage rolls. But, also, I think it's a pretty good set. Also, if you are wanting to run an Adamant set, I won't stop you. For special attacking sets, I think, if I quick look on this, I think it's Moveset. I think you want to go for like, because for the physical set you could actually run Fire Punch as well, which I actually do have that for my Egg moves, but I wanted for Ice Punch. I didn't really need Fire Punch, because I mean, what's that going to hit? Steel? Earthquake hits Steel. For Grass, Ice Punch hits Grass. So, I think I might just stick with Ice Punch, but for the special attacking set, I suggest going for like Thunderbolt, which I think is the hardest hitting move aside from Thunder, which has a chance to miss, so I wouldn't suggest it. Flamethrower for Steel types, and like for Ice types and just stuff like that you can't really hit that hard with Electric. But for Flamethrower, also to hit Grass types as well, because Grass types, on most special attack sets, you probably won't be able to. Most people would suggest to like just run Earthquake still for those Electric types. I mean, if you're predicting an Electric type move on something that's most likely going to be from an Electric type Pokemon, you're not exactly going to be able to hit that Electric type Pokemon very hard with the movesets if you don't have Earthquake. So this is like for a mixed attacker, I guess, but if you don't want to run Earthquake, I guess you just could run, I don't know, something else. I don't think it gets Ice Beam. Let me have a quick look at its moveset again, because I just freaking closed it. Have a quick look, but yeah, that's actually good against a lot of other Pokemon that are specially tanker, especially against like Heatran. Heatran could just tank you for days if you're a special attacker, and it's a special defense tank. Thunderball, I guess you could run Taunt if you really wanted to. Electric Terrain's on there if you really wanted to run that, but I wouldn't really suggest it. Thunder Wave, it gets Focus Blast, but I'm not really sure if that's a great idea to really run on it. Flamethrower, we've already said Psychic, Fighting I guess, but wouldn't really suggest that either. So I mean, didn't really get too many special moves, which is why most people run it as a physical attacker, but oh well. And then for the last move, it's usually going to be like Hidden Power Grass, which is for ground types, because also in this set, we don't have any Ice type moves, we don't have any Water type moves, so Hidden Power Grass is our only option to hit ground type moves, or ground type Pokemon even. So this is why I suggest the physical side more, because Hidden Power Grass, that's not going to hit many ground types very hard over Ice Punch, because obviously we have Ice Punch is 75 base power, Hidden Power Grass is 60, all of the Hidden Powers are 60. Ice Punch also is a physical attack, which our physical attack is a lot higher than our special attack. So I'd suggest the physical set over the special set, but if you want to run a special set, go for it. But that is pretty much like how I'm running the Electivire. So let's hop into a battle and see how well it goes. Okay, well, now we're back in for a battle, and we are up against Crazy Ninja 407, using no electric Pokemon, unfortunately. But that means we're going to be able to... Actually, he might have a Thunderbolt on that Latias. So hopefully that'll work. But I think he has like very, very low rank, but we'll get to see. Plus he has Mega Absol. Actually, what his is... I can't even see what his rank is. I just kind of accepted the first one I got. I just thought, yeah, sure. It's a singles, not a double. I'll do it. Unfortunately, no electric type, which kind of sucks, because I would like to battle electric type Pokemon, but because obviously that's what Electivire is meant to be for, especially if I get a sweep. My gosh, that'd be beautiful. Okay, Snorlax is coming out to play. Probably gonna start cursing, so Stealth Rock straight away. He's gonna go for... Actually, he might not have curse. What's his rank? Oh wait, it yawned me. Okay, lows are up now. Who am I battling again? I forgot his username. I don't remember. I want to say it's not this guy, is it? I think it's another guy. don't remember who I'm battling. I already forgot. Okay, now Volt Switch. We can just gonna get out of there. Solar Beam? What? Why are you Solar Beaming? Okay, I have no idea what this guy is doing, but okay. Let's go into the into the Chancellor. Kind of wish I had Soul Dance on my Electivire right now, but I don't. Okay, I guess I'll just throw a Toxic on this thing. So since he has like random moves on his Pokemon, I'm going to guess he might have an Electric type move on anything, which would be actually really, really nice. Okay, Solar Beam. There we go. Shouldn't hit me. Yeah, only did 16 health. Nice. Kalen. Seismic Toss it. Okay, just get 50 health on it. What's it gonna do now? Wild Charge? Oh. That did more. Do it again. Come on, do it again. Actually, it's gonna go for a Yawn this turn. But use Wild Charge again. You have a Wild Charge in the Snorlax. That's beautiful. Beautiful. Use it again, use it again. Surf? No. Use the move that you just used on me. Come on, why would you Surf now out of everything? Okay, I guess I'll Earthquake Healer now. Rip the Snorlax. To be honest, Electivire might not even need the speed boost, to be honest, but Life Orb might screw it over. Because I can't increase my physical attack anyhow, so maybe the one I want to look for Electivire is super effective moves. So like Avalog is Ice. I don't have any Fire type moves, so my best move would be to like probably just Volt Switch out because it's a physical tank and it's not really that good special tank. So I'd just Volt Switch it. It does a good amount. I lose a little bit of HP. I swap out into my Fortress because I get to Gyro Ball it then. Or I could have actually gone into the Houndoom, but whatever. Avalanche, I can tank it like a boss. I didn't even heal all of it, wow. Okay then. Gyro, actually I'll Volt Switch again, because this should be enough to KO the Avalog as well. Withdraw the Avalog into the Volcanion. Okay, that's a Water, so I'm going to go into my Electric type again, so Volt Switch back out. Into the Electivire again. And now we get to Wild Charge it, which should be able to be enough to take it down. I could also Earthquake it, but Stab over Super Effective, or Stab Super Effective over Super Effective, even though I do get Recoil, it's worth it in my opinion. The Electivire isn't like meant to be like a sweeper. You could, I guess, run on Sword Dance on it instead if you really wanted to, if it even gets it. I don't know if it does or not, but I guess it could be an okay idea. Latias should be faster than this, but I guess he has an EV train, so Ice Punch it, because it is a Dragon type. It's going to be enough to one-hit KO it. We're going to take some Recall again, obviously. I honestly can't even remember the username that I battled, because I think... Oh wait, there we go. I don't remember his username. I feel like he had like really low rank. I don't remember. I don't know how... My memory is so bad. Now for the... Absol? I don't know if I can one-hit KO it, but I'll try. I actually don't know. It's not even a Mega. Okay, this should be enough to one-hit KO it, but I'm gonna die from Recoil plus the Life Orb. 1 health. Let's do this. Killing. That is very low. What? Okay, so there's that down. Now for the Avalog, which is gonna get KO'd again because of these Stealth Rocks, which is good. This is actually a really good battle for the Electivire. Okay, Greninja. Perfect, but it might have Water Shuriken, which would be slightly annoying, but Wild Charge it. Don't have Shuriken. Don't have the Shurikens, okay? Don't have the Shurikens. Don't do it. Don't do it. Come on, don't do it. Don't Shuriken me. Just go down. There we go. And that should be a one-hit KO. And Electivire's gonna go down from that. GG. Actually, let's see if someone puts in GG back in chat and see who it actually was. Who lost a rank? I honestly have no idea. That guy didn't lose. I don't know who the heck I just battled. Winner, chicken dinner? Yeah, I have no idea who I just battled, but that was a fairly short battle. I guess we'll do one more. Going for the next battle, we have Infernal Guy. No idea what team KL, any electrics. No electrics, I can see probably the Mega Bayonet unless it's a Prankster, which I probably doubt it, but Ice Punch, oh no, actually Wild Charge, or Volt Switch, either way. Ice Punch, I'd have to probably just Volt Switch against this one, who can probably Shout Sneak me. This thing is Bug Flying, so again, electric. Mimikyu would be annoying, so I'd probably just Volt Switch against it, and Ice Punch against that. So then, lead off for the Fortress for the Stealth Rocks. I'm predicting the Mimikyu lead off, because for Sawdance setup. Yeah, Mega lead off. Ooh. Speed boost sets. Interesting. Okay then. Straight away, Stealth Rocks. Actually, it might not be. I'm pretty sure it's a speed boost, because I'm pretty sure that's not the hidden ability. I can still Stealth Rock that, right? I can. Very nice. Speed boost means I just get to hit it harder, to be honest, so Gyro Ball it. Because also, we don't really want it to go up against things that fast on it. U-turn? Why do you just U-turn straight out? I don't understand. Kinda wish I Evolve Switch, but that's fine. Watch him go into like, the Mandibles or something like that. Mandibles. He's gonna defog Lin now, so I'm going to do Lin now. Because I'm gonna go for a Volt Switch. Actually, gonna defog, I could actually set up my, Stealth Rocks, but right now what I should do is have a Bishop, because also he's gonna defog. If going to the Bishop, it's good. Defiant will boost my attack, I believe it is, which actually be really OP. So that could be a good idea. Kinda want a Bishop now, which I was actually gonna get the Electivire this week, but I decided I'll go for the Electivire. I like it too much. Okay, now what we're gonna do is Volt Switch instantly back out, because I'm predicting a swap out. So I'm gonna go for straight away for the Volt Switch. He might stay and go for the foul play, which would be smart, I guess, if he did it. Switch to the Mandibles, I made the prediction they swapped out. He did. Into Mimikyu, swapping back out now into my Fortress so I can get to Gyro Ball and set up my Stealth Rocks again. So there we go. This guy's now broken, and then we go into our Fortress again. Because I'm pretty sure we're on full health, so we have our Sturdy ability. We can set up the Stealth Rocks again. Okay, no, we weren't on full health, but now we are. So I get to Gyro Ball it this turn. So that means I can, yeah, Shell Claw can't hit me too hard. Only do like less than 30. Gel Ball is going to be enough to 2-hit kill because it's a fairy type, plus it's very quick as well. Now he's going to swap out, so I'm going to Stealth Rock this turn. He actually didn't, he goes for a Shadow Sneak. You do know that you outsped me the last turn. I thought I was going to outspeed the Mimikyu, so I could have actually just KO'd you there, but yeah, I didn't. Okay then. I guess I'll Gyro Ball you. Actually, you might swap onto the Mandibles now. Nope, you just Shell Claws. Okay then. Volt Switch. Critical hit. That's actually really good. Okay then, into the Houndoom we go then. We aren't gonna Mega Evolve. Actually, yeah, I should Mega Evolve. I'm gonna go straight for a Dark Pulse. He might swap out this turn. He didn't. Good job going for the Dark Pulse and just take it down because he's probably going to play rough or go for a Shadow Sneak for the damage. So if I just take it down, he's going to go into the Mandibles, which is going to defog me, and I can go for multiple nasty plots pretty much. Mimikyu is down. Perfect. Okay then. Now we get to let me think about this then now. He doesn't have any electric type moves at all in his team, most likely. So I just have to take his down. I mean, my number is going to come out, which is pretty much just free setup for me. So, nasty plot. It's a shame I actually don't have Sawdance right now on my Electivire. I actually need to check actually if it actually does get Sawdance, and I've just been lying this entire time. Electivire. Let's have a look. Does it get Sawdance? Because if it does, it might be worth running it to be able to a sweep. Because making the predictions is definitely a good idea. It doesn't get Sawdance. That's really unfortunate, to be honest. I thought it would, but it doesn't. So it looks like he hasn't got anything to increase his stats. Let's go for another nasty plot. He's going to Toxic me, most likely, or Defog. Probably the Defog, to be honest. Toxic, okay, never mind. Miss? Oh my gosh. That's actually perfect. I'll Fire Blast this turn, because Dark Pulse is resisted. Okay, that makes a lot of sense now. Toxic again. Watch him miss again. Okay, he got me. That makes more sense. He missed one, I missed one. Hopefully this one, though, doesn't miss. At least I'm hoping it doesn't, because that would really suck now. Fire Blast should be enough. I'm plus 4. I think I am. Yeah, it's enough to take down the Mandibles. So perfect. Next Pokemon is going to be the what? So yeah, I guess we don't really need the Electivire too much, but also, I want to make the predictions. I'll predict him to go into the Mimikyu, so I've Volt switched against it. He's going to predict this, he's going to protect this turn, so I'm going to go for another nasty plot. I get max special attack, because that's kind of obvious, because I've already seen him use protect against my fortress, so this is the type of player that I know will always try and get that protect off every 2 turns. Or at least every one turn that he brings his Mega in, he will always go for a protect. Because he didn't get a fortress, which he should have known would have gone for a Stealth Rocks. Although his +1 speed still didn't outspeed me, so rip ruin of that. But he should have done there. They timed me that turn, and then protected the next turn to get +2, because he should predict me to predict him, and now I will have gone for the nasty plot. Which is what I would have done if I was in his situation. So now we are going to go for a Dark Pulse because he is a Ghost type. So yeah, right now we don't really need the Electivire in this battle anymore because it's not needed. We've already used it enough to break the Mimikyu's Focus Sash. I mean, Disguise. Use it to damage the Mandibles enough that it needs to roost against anything that give me more free setup. So it's mainly a Pokemon that you want to like bring in, take down a couple of Pokemon, or like not really take down any Pokemon. It's more like hey, if you have any Electric type moves, I'm gonna steal them and get my speed up, so I can outspeed your faster Pokemon and do a ton of damage to them because I can hit fairly hard. And also it's just like just make predictions and then build momentum. If I didn't get that Volt Switch on the Mimikyu, he could have easily set up Sword Dance and just entirely sweep me because I can't really deal with Mimikyu that much, aside from Fortress right now, which kinda sucks. That's like the reason why I had to play it smart in that situation. Okay, there we go. And the Rose Red is down for the count. Although Houndoom's gonna go down from the poison, so that's also a rip. And now, I guess we'll go back into the Electivire. That's what I would suggest doing, is don't look for the sweeps. Don't look for the KOs. Predict what your teammates are gonna, predict what your enemy is gonna do, or the opponent's gonna do. Because in this situation, if he had a Sceptile and he had a null Pokemon, he's almost staying against the Sceptile unless he has Earthquake, which I know he's gonna have Earthquake, or he's gonna swap. So I could do then, if I okay, so I already know he has a, let's just say he has Sceptile left, and the and his Bayonet left. Let's just say he had those 2 Pokemon left. So in my head, I'll be thinking, okay, this is either a special attacking Sceptile, which means he might swap out because he can't hit me with Earthquake into his Bayonet. So I'm keeping that in mind. That's a Ghost type and a very, very hard hitting physical attacker. But if he does have Earthquake, and I know I can go into a Flying type, which is my Mandibuzz. If I go into the Mandibuzz, that's perfect, because if it is a physical attacking Sceptile, Foul Play will do a ton of damage. And if he swaps out into his Bayonet, Mandibuzz is dark, and again, Bayonet has a ton of physical attack, so Foul Play will hit it and one-hit KO it. So I know that's what I could do. I can make the predictions on what he's going to do. Ice Punch, it outspeeds it, he hasn't fully EV trained, so either way, if he was EV trained, that's what I'd be thinking about, because he hasn't EV trained. I don't need to worry about it too much, but that's what I always try to do when I'm battling. But that's pretty much going to be the battle segment. Let's get on to some damage rolls. Okay, well, now we are back with some damage rolls, as you can see. So for the first Pokemon, we're gonna put Electivire, I believe, up against 5 Pokemon. Yep, 5 Pokemon. What I would say is kind of good, and there's some bad ones in there. I'm pretty sure I could go either way, to be honest, with any of them. But for this one, also we have putting up the Electivire against the Mega Manectric. Now, obviously, Mega Manectric has Intimidate, so usually Mega Manectric will usually be on the field before you bring in the Electivire, mainly for the fact that you're bringing it in to predict that Electric type move. But just in case it is the situation where Electivire is already in and the Mega Manectric's brought in, we'll see what this runs. So obviously, usually most people don't run Overheat on the Mega Manectric, but I'm putting Overheat on it just to show you the damage rolls. But most people run Flamethrower, so obviously start with Manectric first. Manectric with can't hit you with Electric type moves because you're Motor Drive. Your speed will be increased and you're immune to Electric type moves because of that ability. Hidden Power Ice will only do 31.2% at the very max, so that's like not even a 3-hit KO, that's going to be a 4-hit guaranteed hit KO. Overheat will do at the very max 67% pretty much, which means also once it attacks you, its special attack will drop by 2 stages, which means it'll do half again the next turn. So also it has a, I'm pretty sure it has a very, very, very small chance to 2-hit KO you with 2 overheats, or it can't 2-hit KO you, which is good obviously. But most people run the Flamethrower, and also Flamethrower but I believe, if I remember correctly, it does around 44% damage at the very max, or at least it's just under 50% hit points, which means for a Mega Manectric to KO your Electivire, it needs to get the burn on the first flamethrower, or the second one, I guess, as well, or it needs to at least hit you with 3 flamethrowers. So that means you can live 3 hits from a flamethrower, which is really, really good. Also, with a -1 attack Electivire because of the Intimidate, you can't 1-hit KO with Earthquake, you have to 2-hit KO it, so you gotta be careful about that. But if you, also, in most situations, if you have Adamant, I'm pretty sure you have a chance to 1-hit KO it, but mine is Jolly, and this is going to be my set, but also you're free to run your own set. So when the giveaway is going to be tomorrow, it might be a little late depending because I am working that day, but if you don't like the Jolly set, you can also breed your own. The IVs will most likely be good. There should be at least 4 times 31, I believe. I'm not really sure. There might be 3 times 31 at the very minimum, because mine doesn't have 31 IVs in special defense. I think mine has something lower, and it has 0 in special attack, because I'm not really a mixed setter. But like I was saying, if you don't have that Intimidation, Earthquake is a guaranteed 1-hit KO, so you should be good just to do that. But most Mega Manectrics, I'm going to stay in against the Electivire. They're most likely going to swap out, so that's why I usually use the Ice Punch, which you usually see me do that. Or I could likely just Volt Switch predicting the swap out to go into something better. That could also work, but be careful about it. But anyway, as for the Mega Manectric, well, the next Pokemon we have is going to be the Jolteon. Again, same thing as the Mega Manectric. Can't use its electric type moves against you, and also you can't use your electric type moves against it because of a Volt Absorb, which means it's going to get some hit points back. Usually, there's a couple of different Jolteons what they run. Some of them are Life Orbs, some of them are Focus Ashes, and some of them are Air Balloons. Usually, the usual one that you'll see is either the Life Orb or the Focus Sash. Usually you see more of the Life Orbs, or you should at least, unless more people are in other items now for some reason. But it's running an Air Balloon. You just have to 2-hit KO it with Ice Punch because you can't Earthquake it and you can't use electric type moves. That's fine. If it has Focus Sash, again just 2-hit KO. If it has a Life Orb, you 1-hit KO it with Earthquake. It has to 2-hit KO you with Shadow Ball. So very similar to the Mega Manectric situation with Flamethrower. It can't 2-hit KO you, it has to 3-hit KO you. Unless the Shadow Ball gets a special defense decrease, you're safe. If it does get a special defense drop, you probably want to swap out instantly. But again, if it doesn't have Air Balloon, you get to just 1-hit KO with Earthquake, but it's most likely going to swap out. So I usually suggest going for an Ice Punch, because I wouldn't suggest Wild Charge of Volt Switch, because if it is going to stay in, it's not going to do anything and you just gave it 3 damage. Whereas if you go for Ice Punch, you are guaranteed a 2-hit KO, but if it does swap out, even better, you get at least some damage onto whatever it sends out. But that is pretty much all Jolteon. I'd suggest there's Earthquake in it or Ice Punch in it, depending if you know they're going to swap out or predict them to swap out. If they predict them stay in, just Earthquake, as long as they don't have Air Balloon, so be aware of that. Anyway, for the next Pokemon we have is going to be the Mega Aerodactyl. Obviously, you don't really see too many of these, but I decided, hey, put it in, I've used it in the past, so some people might still be using it out there. But anyway, this one is running Stone Edge, Aerial Ace, Ice Fang, and Earthquake. I'm pretty sure this is a very, very similar set to what mine was running. Or the exact same, but I don't think I could have Stone Edge. I think I had to run Rock Slide, because I don't think Stone Edge was in the game yet. At least I don't think so, I don't remember. But Ball Charge obviously is enough to 1-hit KO the Mega Aerodactyl. Ice Punch surprisingly isn't enough to 1-hit KO it, and neither is Volt Switch, which I thought that's kind of weird. I was expecting Ice Punch to 1-hit KO it. Earthquake obviously is immune, but Mega Aerodactyl, it can't 1-hit KO you unless it has Earthquake, which most people's Aerodactyls are always going to be running Earthquake. It's just, when I had mine for the first time, I think I was running like Ice Fang, Fire Fang, Aerial Ace, and Rock Slide on mine, which was a weird set, I know. Mine didn't have Earthquake, which means I would have been screwed. But Fire Fang does the exact same as Ice Fang on this set, if you are wondering about that. They do the exact same, just that one's chance to freeze, one's a chance to burn instead, which will suck if you get either of those. But Mega Aerodactyl will outspeed you and can 1-hit KO you with that Earthquake, so be wary of that. And I think if you're, let me quickly do this calculation. 317 times 1.5. If you do end up swapping in on an electric type move and getting your motor drive to increase your speed by +1 stat or stage, your Electivire will outspeed the Mega Aerodactyl, so be wary of that. That's if you're running a Jolly one. If you're running an Adamant one, you should still outspeed it, but it might be a lot closer, so you might want to do damage checks on that. But anyway, that's it for the Mega Aerodactyl. Next Pokemon is going to be the Porygon 2. Also, I've seen quite a few of these in the recently now. I want to get my own Porygon 2, to be honest. I mean, they're pretty good, but Also, Porygon 2 is going to come in different variations. This is just like a usual set that I thought people might have usually run. It might be just a complete physical tank or a complete special tank. It just depends on what they want to run. But the new set that most people will run is Recover, Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, sometimes Tri Attack if they want to go for the instead of Trace, they have the one where they can get their special attack or physical attack boosted from Analytic, I believe. So they might run Tri Attack on that set. But usually this is a set, and sometimes without, it's not Thunder Wave, sometimes it will be Toxic, so be wary of that. But also, if it is the Thunder Wave set, it can't hit you with it, it can't Thunderbolt against you, it could just try and recover spam you, I guess, because you can't do a lot to it. And it should be able to heal up more than you damage to it. It could also be running Will-O-Wisp, but I don't know if it gets Will-O-Wisp or not. Not 100% sure about that. But this is a set that apparently most people run. But if it's Trace, it means you can't use Volt Switch or Wild Charge, so it means you have to Earthquake and Ice Punch, which I bet Earthquake might have has a chance to like 4-hit KO, but Ice Punch is like a 5-hit KO, so yeah, wouldn't really suggest that. I'd just suggest swapping out if it's Trace. If it's Analytic, its Ice Beam will get boosted to 1.5 times, so obviously I'd suggest swapping out against it instantly. If it's Analytic, just Volt Switch against it. If it's Trace and it's tracing your Motor Drive, it's going to increase its speed, so don't use any moves on it, just swap out instantly. That's what I would suggest. But that's the Porygon 2 and how I'd really handle it. Unless you have the Cross Chop, then hey, by all far, go for it, but mine isn't really that, which we're focusing on my set, really. For last Pokemon though, we have Aegislash. So again, this is the usual set that I see most people running. Full hit points, full physical attack, and then Shadow Sneak, Sacred Sword, King Shield, and Sword Dance for that. Also with a weakness policy as well, because why not? Also, it says the Aegislash Shield, although if you look at the base stats, I put every single stat to 150, because also if it's in Shield form, its attack and special attack is 50 in both, and this physical defense and special defense is both 150. Whereas if it's in the attacking form, it has 50 defenses and 150 offensive stats. So I decided, okay, just put on any of them, Shield or the Blade, doesn't matter. Let's get them all 150. If it's in the attacking form, the Blade form, your Earthquake will one-hit KO it. But if it's in the Shield's form, you can't one-hit KO it, then you're going to give it a boost with its weakness policy, and then the Aegislash can one-hit KO with its Sacred Sword. But it's most likely going to King Shield first to see what you do, then it's going to say, oh, it's going to Earthquake me, I'm just going to stay in and tank it. Unless it doesn't know the damage rolls and he's just going to swap out into a flying type, then sure. But what they should do is they should stay in, take that Earthquake, Sacred Sword, because also you outspeed them, so you're going to damage them. They're going to get weakness policy boosted if they have it, which they should. And then they'll be able to one-hit KO you with their Sacred Sword. So what I would suggest doing on the first turn, don't attack it, I'd suggest just Volt Switching out. Which is a weird move, because also we do have the Wild Charge, which I wouldn't really suggest it, because you're taking a lot of recall, plus the Sacred Sword is still going to hit like around like, what, 67%, so I mean it's still going to take you down to one shot. Wouldn't suggest, and then it can just Shadow Sneak you. So what I would suggest doing is Volt Switching straight away, predicting, because he's not going to get boosted from the weakness policy, so he can go into something else and just tank a hit. So that's what I would suggest. But anyway, that's pretty much all of the damage calculations, so hopefully you guys enjoyed, and like always, I will see you guys next time.